No business can survive in Nigeria without generators. African Bank President Adesina. Welcome to the news and please subscribe to our channel. Akinwumi made this submission on Tuesday while speaking at a meeting organized by the Manufacturers Association of Nigeria, MAN, in Abuja. The president of the African Development Bank Group, Akinwumi Adesina, has said Nigerian industries will always remain non-competitive until it decisively tackles energy deficiency and reliability. Akinwumi made this submission on Tuesday while speaking at a meeting organized by the Manufacturers Association of Nigeria, MAN, in Abuja. The Afdb president noted that no business can survive in Nigeria without generators. Today, no business can survive in Nigeria without generators. Consequently, the abnormal has become normal. Unless Nigeria decisively tackles its energy deficiency and reliability, its industries will always remain non-competitive, he said. Adesina noted that the country had failed to position itself for economic growth and achievement, the type attained by developing countries like Vietnam and Malaysia. While for decades the share of manufacturing in Nigeria's GDP has hovered around 7%, the nation has not been able to extricate itself from the comatose of its industrial manufacturing sector to unleash the fullness of its potential. The performance of the manufacturing sector in the past 5 years has been poor. Between 2015 and 2017, the sector declined by 1.5%. 4.3% and 0.2% respectively. This is in sharp contrast to the dynamic and rapid performance of manufacturing in Asian countries such as Singapore, Malaysia and China. While Asian countries have focused on the export of manufactured products, Nigeria's approach has been on import substitution. The manufacturing sector of Nigeria represents only 3% of total revenues from exports, but accounts for 50% of imports in the country. Instead of being forward-looking in expanding the share of the manufactured goods in its total export revenue, Nigeria focuses on the model of import substitution. Import substitution, while important, is a very restrictive vision. It looks towards survival instead of looking to create wealth through greater export market and value diversification. The end result is a manufacturing sector that cannot develop nor compete globally, but limits itself to survival mode, not a global manufacturing growth method. Adesina added that Nigeria must have a greater ambition for its manufacturing sector by integrating and rapidly moving up global and regional value chains in areas of comparative advantage by driving greater specialization and competitiveness. He also criticized the country's apparent policy of limiting access to foreign exchange rather than expanding its forex earnings. Isn't it rather sad? It is sad that these same business owners now that runs their activities with generators and providing for themselves other means of power sources to power up their equipment to make sure their business is afloat. Can you imagine the kind of cost they incur while doing this? Yet such businesses are levied so much. The tax this government requires from them. It is as if the government, give you grants or borrows you money and go into business, and when you come out, this is it. And they keep telling you, pay your tax, pay your tax. You do not pay your tax. And this government keeps saying that people criticize them. This is not criticism. This is feedback. Feedback from a place of pain. How do you expect people to pay when whatever they are paying for now is not even made available? They say, okay, pay your tax that they are going to do good roads so that you can, your vehicle is going to last longer for you. And of course, you're not going to keep plying potholes that cause abortion of pregnancy or give you headache. They say, pay your tax so that I can provide adequate health care for you. Meanwhile, on a daily basis, people die because of lack of facilities in general and federal hospitals across the country. They say pay your tax, and every day, day in, day out, people run generators. It is even bad because you run generators at the office, you power your automobile, and when you go back home, you still power generating sets. And these people, they complain that you do not pay tax. In fact, no, there are taxes that you cannot even evade. And they complain that when people evade tax, they act as if, they are just there up to take and take. What is the government doing for its citizens? What is it? What is it exactly doing? Leaving all the grammar now that this particular Mr. Adesina spoke, let us focus on this particular one. What is the government doing for its citizens? Because of this particular issue, do you know how many companies has folded? Do you know how many investments have been lost? Because, of course, there is no... The most annoying thing is, I did not mean to say this, but do you know that Ghana and Nigeria helped with electricity years back? It now runs electricity like there is uninterruptible power supply. And Nigeria, the giant of Africa, cannot boast of that. Instead, we keep battling insecurity upon insecurity. In fact, the fact is that this insecurity is not even being treated as it should. We keep hearing in the news how they are caring for using the nation's resources to care for the so-called repentant Boko Haram, while the victims are left languishing in poverty, languishing in misery. And you tell me that all will be well in this country. All will not be well. All will not be well until you come out and your actions harmonize with your words. You say you are fighting with this thing, truly you are fighting against it. You say you are sending your condolences because you can do nothing. Let it be that you have exhausted all means of fighting that particular insecurity that take lives. Then we'll say all will be well. All will not be well till we call a spade in this country. All will not be well till there is equity. Everywhere there is sincerity and there is justice. There is fairness. All will never be well till Nigerians wake up and get themselves or find or set up criteria that at the end of the day, the so-called candidates who are wanting to come out for presidency, they meet criteria. They amend the constitution, taking away those excess goodies that make these people see that particular seat or position as a piece of cake or as a very big cake that you can just go and have your slice and leave. All will never be well. All will not be well till there is call for dialogue. And the dialogue will involve the 6 geopolitical zones of this country. And they treat their issues amicably. They come out of that meeting refreshed, seeing each other as brothers and sisters. All will never be well. All will not be well till there is a restructure. And we'll go back to regional development where states are made to develop at their own pace with their resources. All will never be well. There is a lot to be done for Nigeria to be well again. A lot. A whole lot to be done. And it will not happen if we keep lying to ourselves, calling a spade a sparrow and a sparrow